Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Full Potential Show. I'm James Rick, and this is your number one non-boring source for personal development. And today on the line, we have Harris Glasser. He's author of It's My Money, and I Want It. We're going to talk about how to hang on to more of your money, especially in today's tough times. And we're also doing something a little different. We're starting to do a live show broadcast at fullpotential.com/live. As we begin to promote this link more, you can call in with your questions or clarifications that you need throughout the show. So we're adding this live dynamic into the Full Potential Show. Harris, glad to have you on the show with us today. How are you doing, my friend?
Fantastic, James. Fantastic. Wonderful to be here.
Excellent. Well, Harris, let's dive right in and talk about, first of all, what inspired you to write the book, It's My Money and I Want It. Did you have a certain cut of your money going out and you wanted to find a way to keep it in? Where did it all start?
Well, basically, I was in business at a young age of 20, and people would come to me. I had the grace to be fairly successful, and people would come to me with different financial situations, not stocks, bonds, but, they're having financial problems in certain areas. And I would wind up giving them, advice, but very simple advice. It's whatever their situation was, I'd say, just do this, this, and this, 3 little steps, you'll be fine. And they'd look at me and go, no, Harris, the problem is too big. It's not that simple. And I'd say to them, yes, it really is. You don't need to go to seminars and read 300-page books. Please just follow my simple instructions. And I'm not telling you to do anything I myself have not done that I know and know will work.
Yeah,
they'd go away and they'd come back a few weeks later with a smile. I'd say, what? They say, you're right, I can't believe it. It was not only just simple, it was fun. And I do that through the years. And after a while, people would say to me, you have to write a book, you have to write a book, you have to write a book. You got to tell people, if I can do this, anyone can do it. You got to tell people. So, James, that's how the book came to be. It's my money and I want it. And
all right,
of course,
so they said, Harris, this works, and you couldn't talk to everybody about it, so you had to do it in a way that you could just get it out there to the masses. Let's talk about what's in the book and what was so important. Now, I understand it's very simple, so maybe we can nail down some of the key things that somebody could do who's watching this right now. And now, who is this typically for, Harris? Is this for a business owner? Is this for somebody who's on payroll? Who are you helping to hang on to more of their money? Everybody?
This is for our average person, our average working person. Although it be applicable to anyone, it definitely is for the householder, for people dealing with, they have an income and that, it's put it this way, James, it's easy. The difference between a good poker player and a bad poker player is that with the same hand, the same cards you've been dealt, the good player will extract more money out of the pot than the bad player. So it's with the hand you've been dealt in terms of the amount of income you have, it's how to get the max out of it.
All right, so being resourceful with where you are, no matter where you are, and let's dive in. Let's talk about that. What are some of the ways that somebody can hang on to more of their money that you found have worked for you?
Well, I'll give you a perfect example. I call it getting free estimates. Some people I knew in the house one night in their country home, they're hearing rattling in the walls and whatnot, and they felt those rodents or squirrels. And the next morning, they're on the phone with an exterminator. An exterminator came down and said, "Oh, you have a bad problem here," and he gave them an estimate of $1,200. And the wife was about to tear out her credit card when her husband, a friend of mine, stopped her and said, "No, Harris always said, don't accept the first price. Get free estimates." They called a couple other people down. One fellow came down, examined the attic, said, you have one of the cleanest, non-problem places in terms of homes that I've seen. He placed a few traps around, gave him the bill. The bill was $32.
And it's because
you hear that, James?
Get them in there, get some free estimates. It's going to bring your costs down.
$1,200 came down to $32. So now, how much money does one have to earn to net in their savings after taxes? $1,200, right? Maybe $1,600, $1,700. The whole thing costs $32. That's how you hold on to it. It's my money and I want it.
On the upfront, Yeah, getting that cost down. So, are there other ideas? You got free estimates. What are some other key things that you can do to hang on to your money?
Well, a very interesting thing is my dad, I once asked him, how much money do you need to be rich? And he said, Harris, if you always spend $1 more than you earn, you'll always be poor. And if you always spend $1 less than you earn, you'll always be rich.
He should have been an advisor to our current government.
Right. Well, unfortunately, everyone out there needs to understand that businesses want your money, right? And they're not necessarily looking out for your best side. Banks will give you mortgages for homes that you truly can't afford, but they'll set it up so that's interest only and all these things. No, you can't. You have to be aware. You have to, I guess just old common sense. You can't let your senses run away with, gee, I want this, I want that. No. It's okay to drive a Chevy. It doesn't have to be a Cadillac. So, another important thing is standing up for yourself. A typical example is people who are hurting. A lot of people have bills, collection companies after them, and they're afraid to answer the phone. That's not a hard thing to deal with. I've shown people it's very easy how to get out of debt. Number one, collection companies call. People have to understand you do not go to jail for owing money in this country unless you committed fraud or something.
Yeah.
It's okay to owe money. I've shown people on the phone, I've taken the phone from them, got on with their collection company, made like I was them, and I said, how can I help you? And they said, you owe us X amount of dollars. I said, okay, $600, how much you're going to pay us? I said, I'll give you $50, we're even. They said, no, you have to this, and they go on, threatening and threatening. I would just keep listening. After a while, I'd say to them, you know something, you're terrific at talking, I'm terrific at listening. You're not going to get more than $50. It's all I can afford, right? But if you want to keep talking, I'll keep listening. If you get tired, call me back tomorrow. You keep talking, I'll keep listening. And the response would be, I can't waste my time with someone like you. I have others to go after. So it's learning how to deal with that. And then I go on in the book to show you how to clean up those debts for a fraction of what you owe. And so the thing is, James, there are companies out there that advertise. They will put your debts together with you, reduce them, and have them paid off, of course, all for a fee. And like in my video on my website, I tell you, unless you don't have access to a telephone, there's no reason you can't do any of this yourself. Right? It's learning to stand up for yourself. It's okay to be afraid, but not let it stop you.
Right. Okay, so we've got the top 3 tips are free estimates. Get your free estimates no matter what it is you're bidding out. 2, keep your costs down. Like you said, if you spend $1 over what you earn, you're always going to be poor. And 3, stand up for yourselves and negotiate your debts. Is there any other final points you want to leave us with? And then I will turn people loose on your website, Harris.
Any other points?
Any burning ideas that you want to leave us with before we go?
It really comes down to, I call them corporate bullies. Whether it's a hospital you got a bill from, it's a collection company, it's a contractor's giving you a price, a garage giving you a price. Stand up for yourself. Ask questions. You get a bill from a hospital. It's $3,300. What is it for? I want a breakdown. What do you charge me for? Ask questions. Don't just accept something because it's coming from a big organization that you really do owe the money. It's a good shot. Once you start questioning, you're going to watch those bills come down. And you're not looking to beat anyone. What it is you're usually catching them at their game of fluffing up the bills. I'm telling you, James, that has been my experience through my life.
And so this is really about fairness. Challenge these big corporate bullies, as you call them, and as you do, you're going to be able to see your costs go down. And as Harris said, you're going to be able to keep your money because you want it. The book is called "It's My Money and I Want It," and the book can be found at claimfinancialhealth.com. And I understand you got a free giveaway for those who pick up the
Oh,
book.
absolutely.
Tell us
Absolutely,
a
James.
little bit
Every
about
month.
that before we wrap up, Harris.
What's that?
Tell us about what they're going to get if they pick
Yeah.
up a copy of the
Every
book.
month you receive what I call an update. What it is it's an email that's sent to you that contains approximately 10 items. Every month they're different. They're 10 different items, and they will show you different ways you can save money and protect your money on a daily basis. I'm not talking about investing in stocks to make $1 million. I'm talking about ways to shop, the ways to buy a car, a scam that's out there don't get pulled into, or what ATM machines you should be using, what ATM machines you should not be using. And every month there are 10 items like that. And they're going to save you money and protect your money all over the place.
Awesome.
They're phenomenal.
It is Harris Glasser. The book is called It's My Money and I Want It. You can go to claimfinancialhealth.com, pick up the book, get those bonuses. Do they just email you or reach out to you once they've gotten the book, Harris, or how do they get those bonuses?
Yes, when you buy the book online there's a place where you just, check off a little box, for the free monthly updates. It's that simple. You need to do that because when it gets sent to you in the email, it shouldn't come back as spam. So you need to, it's not automatic unless you click the thing, you get an email, and you confirm, yes, you want the free monthly updates. It's that simple.
It's right there, claimfinancialhealth.com, and the instructions are all there on the website, right, Harris?
Simple enough.
Okay, my friend. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us ideas and how we can hang on to more of our money. Be sure and check out the website. And if you're listening and watching right now, be sure and like and subscribe to Full Potential Show so you can get more great insights from folks like Harris and freebies that you'll only find right here on the Full Potential Show. Thanks again, Harris.
Thank you for having me, James.
Take care, buddy.
All the best.
All the best. Bye-bye. Well, that concludes this week's episode of the Full Potential Show, your #1 non-boring source for personal development. I'm James Rick, and if you want to get more positive programming for your brain absolutely free on a weekly basis, just visit fullpotential.com.
If you like the Full Potential Show, you're going to love the Full Potential Club. What would you like most as a Full Potential Club member? Be 2 to 3 times more productive? Do what you're passionate about? Have more energy? Reduce your work hours? Travel the world? Enjoy an amazing lifestyle on a frugal budget? What if you could do them all? James Rick has been there and done it in ways that few people have. For anyone serious about taking their life or business to the next level, you've got to do more than just watch. You've got to do. Join James Rick and other like-minded people for an incredible $10 a month at fullpotential.com/club. Be educated. Be empowered. Be the best version of you. fullpotential.com/club. Try it free for 30 days.